Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name's Liz and this is Let's Get Lizical, where we do everything card making. Today I'm doing my September submission for the Get Creepin' on Halloween prompt. And today we're going to be doing a turnabout stamp. I'm going to be doing two of them because I can't decide which background I want to do, but I will get into it. It's just colorways that I'm not sure about, but we're just going to start the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch panel. We're going to use the stamping jig that I made a few months ago, and I'll link the video to that at the end of this video. But we're going to be making a turnabout stamp. I'm going to use the dinosaurs that I did a few months ago as my base, because again, I like the placement of these, so we'll just use those. I always save my templates. And then we're going to use the Mama Elephant Little Boo agenda set. He'd emboss it. You can either use clear or white on white cardstock, and then we're going to ink blend 2 color options on top of that. So we're going to do an ink resist option today. So I'm thinking about doing a green ombre option where we go from Twisted Citron to Rustic Wilderness. And then the other one I'm going to do in yellow, pink, and purple. So we're going to use Squeeze Lemonade, Kitsch Flamingo, and Wilted Violet Distress Oxide inks. And we'll go through that after. So for now, I'm just going to speed through placement of these, and I will come back and explain what we're going to do. Okay, so I just grabbed some 6x6 paper, it's just copy paper from my printer, and I'm going to stamp this out using some Simon Says Slate ink for now, and then I will make this as a template to use in the future. So what we're going to do is stamp it, turn it 90 degrees, and stamp it again. I didn't bother with the corners this time just because I don't generally make a 6x6 full panel anyway. I either work on A2 or I'll do like a 5x5 or something like that. So that one almost always gets cut off anyway. Okay, that's pretty cute. I like how the witches are like in the middle. And everything's fairly even spaced. So I will, again, I'll save this for later. But for now, I'm going to put in, this is my 6x6 stamp jig that we made in the video that I will link at the end to show you how we made that. And then this is my A2 size panel. So I'm just going to temporarily tape that into place. Okay, and then this will just ensure that our pattern is centered. I mean, if you want it to be a little bit, I guess, higher, you could move it up so that it's not perfectly centered. And then the center of your, oh no, you would have to move it down. And then the center of your card would be here. Which, you know what, I might do that for today instead of centering it. I'm just going to put a little bit more adhesive on here. We're going to try something a little bit different today. So I'm just going to line it up with the side one there. And I'm going to use my Rabbit Hole Designs anti-static powder tool everywhere because we don't want any ink anywhere it's not supposed to be. And then I'm going to use my Lawn Fawn clear embossing ink and stamp these out, but I'm just going to wipe them off first so that we don't get gray ink. I'm going to also put this here so I don't get ink all over my surface. And then we're just going to stamp with the clear. It's a little hard to see just because it's on white. That's okay. Okay, and then we're going to turn it. Okay, and it looks like the slate did transfer a little bit, so I will do this in white. Okay, now we're going to sprinkle our embossing powder over the background. I'll put the lid back on this so I don't spill it, even though it's everywhere now anyway. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to go off camera, do it again, and then I will heat set them and then come back and we can ink blend. Okay, so that's both of our backgrounds heat embossed. You might not be able to see it, but as long as all your images outlined are shiny and nothing is matte, it means all your powder is melted and they will show up. Once we start ink blending, I'm just gonna get my silicone mat from the dollar store out. And I think we'll do the green one first. I think I'll ink blend lighter green into a darker green for this one, and then the other one I'm going to do a top-down ombre. And since I'm using all greens, I'm just going to use the same tool. I'm just going to go straight in with the Twisted Citron. That's our first blend. That looks pretty good. I think I'm going to trim these down a bit more before I put them on a card base. Otherwise, I would probably maybe add a bit of black. Maybe I'll do that after, but we'll see. Maybe I can add the black as a matte instead. So I'm just going to take a clean part of my microfiber cloth and buff away this color. And then I'm going to pick a different spot when I do the darker shade, just because I don't want to ink blend that lighter color in anymore. And then you can see how the white comes back. Cute. Okay, and I'm just going to flip this over for the next one. And then for this next one, we're going to need yellow, pink, and purple. Okay, and I'll start at the top with the yellow. And I'm just going a little bit past the third point so that when I ink blend the pink, it will blend with the yellow and then make like a bit of an orangey color. And that's our second background. And I think I like this one better. It's a very like bubblegummy pink, like candy. Gives me candy vibes. And I'm here for it. I love candy. Okay, just gonna toss all these to the side, and again I'm going to pick clean areas of my microfiber cloth, clean-ish areas, and just kind of like wipe across the color. Because I definitely don't want to bring that yellow down into this purple area, because then it'll turn brown. Okay, so I am going to cut these panels down a little bit, so I'll do that and then come back. Okay, so I cut them down an extra quarter inch around. And now I'm going to find some colors to matte these on. I think I'm going to matte this one on black for sure. This one I might want to do on like a pink or a darker purple. And these are just a bunch of tags. I don't know if I mentioned this in another video before, but these are just a bunch of tags I made 2 by 3. I cut the corners off with my corner punch, and then I put some holes in them, and I just took a swatch out of all of the cardstock colors I have. These are mostly from Michael's Recollections 65-pound cardstock line. And then this way I don't have to like pull out all my scraps. Yeah, I think you can either do black or I have darker green, which would also look good. But I think I want to go with black. So I think I'll matte this one with black, just like very thin. And then this one, maybe the pink, but maybe like a hot pink. I definitely don't want to do it in yellow. Oh, the purple looks nice though. The purple might look nice because it goes well with all of these colors. Maybe I'll do the dark purple for that one. Okay. So what I usually do is I go to my scrap first. I have all my colors in here, and I have another one where I keep all my like neutrals, my browns, my grays, my black, my white. I got this from like Dollarama. I'm probably gonna do an organization videos in a couple of months once I have everything sorted out in my craft room. I'm halfway there, but I always come to this first for scraps because I keep like anything less than a full sheet in here. So we'll find out, like those are obviously too small, so I'll have to use this piece. And then if I didn't have a big enough scrap, I would then go to my full sheet collection and do that. I'm probably just gonna glue it down and then cut around it after, just so I don't have to be so precise with my measurements. And this is just my Barely Art glue in a precision bottle I got off Amazon. All the links are down below. And I'm just gonna leave it a thicker border than what it's actually going to be. This might still be a little bit wet too. Okay, and then I'll find the black. I can actually do it this way. I'm just going to bring it to my trimmer, and then I usually line it up with the end of this plastic guide and then chop it off. And then you get perfect mats every time. And then we'll put these on some white card bases. I think for this one, I'm actually going to change my plan. I'm not going to do them both the same. I'm going to do black speckle, might have been nice on this too. I wonder if I could still do that now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have this delicate surface tape from 3M. I'm not sure where it came from. I just found it at work the one day and we weren't using it for anything, so I just brought it home. But I'm just going to cover these edges and then I'm going to splatter paint the background a little bit. And for splatters, I'm just going to use a bit of my black licorice ink that I use for stamping. Oh, I like the way this looks actually, because of the properties of the Distress Oxide, they're water reactive. With this black ink, it's kind of like turning the specks like a gray color. I'm going a little crazy with this, but it's okay. I like it. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm going to set this aside to dry, and then I'm going to use this Bewitching stamp set with the cat and the cauldron for the image that I'll put on it. Okay, and this one I might just let it speak for itself, and I'm just gonna put like a happy Halloween sentiment on it. So I have these two sets here. This one is actually no longer available. From MFT, it's called Ghostlight Greetings, which I've used in a previous video, last month's video actually. And then I have this one, which is Fantastic Friends from Lawn Fun, and I think I'll do this Happy Halloween, and then maybe just color the letters in, or I could stamp it on the purple and make like heat emboss it, which I think I might do. Don't want to cover up all the ones in the middle, but I think if you do cover up the bottom ones, at least it makes it look a little less of an obvious repeat pattern that's been rotated. So I think I'll just leave it like that, and maybe I'll add a few sequins to it just to make it sparkle a little. Okay, and now I'm going to add more sparkle to the sentiment. So that's that card. It's super cute. I love it. So let's finish off that other one. So yeah, that looks a little bit more spooky. Definitely adds to it. So I think I'm going to stamp the color this little guy. Maybe I'll even just do the cat with the hat. Okay, I'm going to do a bit of masking. So I'm going to do the hat first. I'm just going to grab a smaller ink cube. Okay, and then I'm gonna flip it and then line up the cat on the other end. And my desk is this. And I'm just gonna, sorry if my head's in the way, I'm just gonna put it so that it sits on the ear over here and that the other ear is over here. Let's try that. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is just cover this with some washi tape. Yeah, nothing else will be affected, so. Okay, that's cute. So I will do my standard coloring in, and then I will restamp this. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for a few minutes and then I'll cut it out. And then she'll go right there. And then she needs to sit on a sentiment. So I think I'm gonna take some black and then heat emboss maybe the same Halloween sentiment. And this time I'm going to cut it out by hand, no straight lines. This I'll cut with my Brother Scan-A-Cut because I don't want to cut around with the whiskers, and I will prop this one up on some fold tape. Okay, I'm back. I'll cut. Another reason to love the Brother Scan-A-Cut. I didn't have to cut this in 2 pieces. I was able to mask off the cat's ear and make this into one image, scan it, and cut it out as if it was one without having to piece together 2. And then this will go right here, right in the middle of all the witchy ghosts. So they're kind of like chanting the kitty on. Go kitty go. I'm just gonna add some foam tape. I don't usually worry too much anymore about covering the entire image at the back. If I wanted to, I could have cut this a few more times out with my Scan-A-Cut and just like layer up the cardstock, but I have let go of the need to have everything fully 100% supported. Especially since I hand deliver a lot of my cards. Okay, and that's it for that card. I think we'll leave it. I don't want to add any bling to the, actually I might just do the sentiment this time. Just because there's a little bit of gold in the hat. So just to add a bit more. Okay, now my card is done. So this month you're getting 2 Halloween cards for Get Creepin' on Halloween. both using the same techniques for the background. We heat embossed it, did a resist technique, did them in 2 different colorways, in 2 different ways. This one had the straight ombre, this one had the radial ombre. I love them both. Now, I don't think I would have loved this one as much without the splatter. The splatter makes the card, and so does this black cat. But yeah, so that's it for today. Thanks again for joining me, guys. I'll be back on Friday for another video. If you just want to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. Click that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks again for joining me. Bye!